Of course someone is coming for Rick and Michonne. As with 2 episodes still to go, there was no way they would just have a smooth ride back home. But who is this and what are their intentions? Hi there, it's Micha. Join me for this review video if you'd like to find out more. The episode starts with a familiar face, that of Father Gabriel, fighting off some walkers, but more on that later. After being back in sync, Rick and Michonne are on their way home, which plays out like a classic love story with even fitting music.
The good life.
On their way they had time to reconnect, and Rick even found a nice present for his woman.
Never did like those.
No Michonne's, huh?
Not even once.
Everything appears to be so easy, even facing a small group of survivors who turned on them after being saved by our duo, which they then subdued effortlessly.
Always take
That changed when, you guessed it, Jadis snuck up on them while they were sleeping.
Morning, lovebirds.
From this point on, we see flashbacks of Jadis meeting up with Gabriel once a year in secret to just talk, reminding us of her inner struggle, her love for her old community, and her commitment to her new cause. In the here and now, our heroes try to talk her down. Though they fail, they manage to severely injure Jadis, who then gets away because Rick stops Michonne from killing her.
No!
Because her death would mean her dossier would be found and Alexandria and all their friends are in danger. On the run, Jadis encounters the group Rick and Michonne previously crossed paths with and, promising them a place in her community, recruits their help, which for them ends deadly. In their final standoff, Rick promises Jadis to get back with her if she lets Michonne go home. Both sides trying to double-cross each other and Jadis also being bitten by walkers, with no way to save her. As there is still enough good in her as showcased by her interactions with Father Gabriel, she tells our pair where to find the dossier so they can save Alexandria. Rick then ended her suffering just like she asked him to do. The episode ends with both of them on their way back to the CRM after Rick proposed to her.
It's a broken world, Michonne. And you're the only thing that puts it back together.
I'm yours.
And with Gabriel waiting for a Jadis who will never be able to meet with him again. This was another really enjoyable episode that, like the previous one, gave us a lot of dialogue and character development, which, when you know and love the characters, is always welcome and never feels like wasted screen time.
What are you up to, Grimes?
I'm just working with what I got.
Like I mentioned a few videos ago, the titles are also interesting, with the previous one being titled What We and this one Become, highlighting the fact that characters took a turn in both episodes and literally highlighted what they become. Jadis becomes more connected with her roots again, giving them all their need to save their home, and also spared Gabriel's life, for whom I was really worried for a hot second there. That would have sucked to lose him during a side story. I loved the idea though of Gabriel finding a ring, wanting to give it to Rick to propose to Michonne, keeping it after Rick's death, giving it to Jadis, which then finds its way to Rick, who doesn't wait long to use it. Full circle. Of course the What We Become theme applied also to our heroes, this week showcasing their evolution over time. They saved the small group without hesitation and let them live after their betrayal.
Promise us to leave people be.
Yeah. I'll leave people be. Promise.
Rick would have even let them keep the food they shared before, but Michonne has clear principles on that, which made for another funny moment.
Oh, that's fair.
Really?
Yes.
The topic also applies to that group that turned on their saviors and later joined forces with Jadis against them again, as they have become completely focused on their own survival and don't care for anything else. I was wondering if Jadis would have kept her word, and as the group clearly was a bunch of bees, no leader material, she might have, but I wouldn't have cared either way. Like mentioned in the intro, no one expected the last 2 episodes to be smooth sailing, and I was sure Jadis would not buy into their conveniently timed deaths. I was surprised though that even Michonne changed her mind about getting back to the CRM, before Jadis was a goner. Now with her dead, they kinda have to. I still don't think the show will end with the CRM topic being over. It will likely only end with the dossier being destroyed, buying them and their home more time. I also still believe they will make it home at the end of the next and final episode, but it will set up the next big franchise chapter. And with that being said, let's get to the rating. This chapter again rectified some more of my issues I had back with episode 3, especially Jadis entertaining the idea of letting Michonne go while being a true believer. This episode highlighted her inner conflicts, enough for me to say I buy into it. There was a lot of interesting developments and fan service in here, including a plausible appearance of Father Gabriel. It felt well rounded and even had some really cool new walkers to please us.
Skin's like stone.
It cracks. I break, you stab.
I'm rating this one with 8.5 out of 10 points, being a tick better than the first 2 episodes and almost as good as the previous chapter. Hopefully the finale also delivers on that level. Fingers crossed. I'm thrilled to see how this one will end. What about you? Were you also happy with this episode? Did you expect Jadis to die? And were you also worried that Father Gabriel would be killed by Jadis' hand? What are your theories for the finale? Whatever you like to share, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share or subscribe. So much for now, see you next time and thanks for watching. Which they then subdued effortlessly. Recruits their help. Which for them, Jadis encounters the group Rick and Michonne previously crossed paths with.